DanDaDan's anime adaptation has been truly amazing. You can tell that the studio Science Saru really took their time to polish every aspect of the show, and adapting a manga into an anime marks a fundamental shift in the medium that you're presenting. The panels aren't static anymore. They come to life by the work of a huge team of animators that are all doing their job to make sure there is as much movement as possible, unless we're talking about Blue Lock. Science Saru has done an amazing job in keeping DanDaDan's visuals dynamic and super fun, but that's not what I want to talk about with this video. I want to talk about the most overlooked aspect of every single anime: sound. The words on the page turn into performances by talented actors. The sound effects boom, echo, and shine throughout the show, and the music, ooh boy, don't even get me started on the music for this joint. When anime fans talk about music, they really only pay attention to the openings and the endings, and don't get it twisted. I really love the opening for DanDaDan, especially when Mr. Creepy Nuts starts going, I dead start ascending. But I think a lot of people are overlooking just how amazing DanDaDan's entire soundscape really is, especially in episode 4. Now, at this moment, our two main characters are completely surrounded. Okarun is almost gassed out of his turbo granny powers, and the situation is looking really dire. You start to hear the 17th century overture, William Tell. While the soundtrack is playing, we see Okarun speeding around the city as Momo flings him from building to building just to escape turbo granny. This is such a fun moment, elevated even more by Kensuke Ushio's brilliant soundtrack. And the best part of this is that if you sing the song, come on, do it with me. You say the name of the show. If you watch good anime, you'll definitely recognize the name Kensuke Ushio. This man's musical range is damn near infinite. He's able to capture pure hedonism with his dark synths on Devilman Crybaby, the chaotic energy of Chainsaw Man. He's even able to make you cry with his luscious piano melodies on a silent voice. This man is so outside the box, he doesn't even use instruments. He only used ping pong balls to create the entire soundtrack of Ping Pong the Animation. Even within DanDaDan, he showcases a wide versatility of sounds. There's a moment near the end of this episode where we learn that the Turbo Granny only haunts places where young girls were assaulted or murdered, and during the scene you can hear a somber piano that grows in intensity as Seiko is explaining the situation. And while the music in these moments can usually steal the spotlight, the sound effects of DanDaDan is what ties it all together. In the big fights, it's about those bassy sound effects, and in the climactic showdown, it's those traditional Japanese sudumi drum sound effects that just add even more impact to the moment. Shout out to Shoto Yaso for his amazing sound effect work on DanDaDan, and arguably one of the most important and most noticeable aspects of sound in almost every anime is the voice acting.
Hello?
Is this Arby's?
Yes, sir.
This is Arby's. You guys have the meats, right?
Yes.
Do you sell whole sausages?
No.
Okay, but I lost my sausage. I really need help.
We don't sell sausage here. You gotta go back to wherever you bought it from.
Are you talking about my mother? Because of my incredible voice acting, you probably thought that was actually Okarun calling Arby's, but no. It was me the whole time. Just like normal actors, voice actors should be so convincing in their roles that they simply disappear into their character, leaving no trace. And anime voice acting in particular is especially hard because of all the weird grunts and noises that characters will just randomly make. Momo is voiced by Shion Wakayama, who's done characters like Lemon from Too Many Losing Heroines and Nanahoshi from Mushoku Tensei. But the standout voice actor for me on this project has to be Natsuki Hanae, who's basically a veteran that's voiced characters like Tanjiro and Kaneki. Also, a lot of people have this misconception that because you can tell who the voice actor is, that means that they're a bad voice actor or that was a bad performance. Like, you can clearly recognize that Tanjiro and Okarun have similar voices, but that doesn't mean that he's a bad actor at all. In fact, even within DanDaDan, we get to see his vocal performance change from the nerdy and timid Okarun to the depressed but cool Turbo Granny form. But he's also just really good at being a goofy teenager during the normal slice of life scenes. Men is in his mid-30s and he's convincing me that Okarun is a normal teenager. And of course, I have to give my flowers to Eriko Kimura, who is the sound director for the entire show. From what I understand, she's incredibly talented and is even a voice director for all of the Studio Ghibli movies past Ponyo. Clearly, she knows what she's doing because the voice acting for DanDaDan sounds amazing. A lot of people don't realize that good voice directors are are important to bring the best in your actors. It's a delicate balance of giving your cast clear direction in what their character should sound like, but also giving them the freedom to explore their role and feel it out. Overall, Science Saru has killed this adaptation, especially so on the animation front, but I just want to talk about that sound aspect, because man, the music, the voice acting, the sound effects, it's all been so perfect. I'm really excited to see how they handle some of the later arcs in the manga, but that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.